Hi everyone, Lisa here with Down to Earth Gardening and Design. Today's video is on the beautiful Southern Magnolia tree. So I thought it would be a great video to do while I'm down here in Florida. I'm on the Gulf Coast, a little north of Clearwater, and this is planting zone 10A. I'm having a blast down here. I love to learn about plants and gardening in different areas. So I wanted to share with you what I'm up to and just some different things about the Southern Magnolia tree and some tips on the best places to plant them, the do's and don'ts with trees, and just to help you if you're thinking about planting one. So I have these leaves in my hands because they are gorgeous. Of course, it's a flowering tree and the flowers are gorgeous too. We'll get to that. But the leaves can be used in lots of floral arrangements and lots of fun winter decorating. So some wreaths, some roping, some containers. So I'm foraging for some leaves, and in a very near future video, I'm going to be showing you how I preserve them, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to use them. So that'll be fun. But I just thought it would be nice to have a close-up view of how pretty the leaves are as well. So the Southern Magnolia tree is a little different from what we grow for our magnolias up north. So they are different in that the leaves are very different. They have these beautiful leathery leaves with the glossy green on the upper side. And then the underside, you can see here, are a different texture and a different color. They're a pretty rust brown. So it is an evergreen tree, but with that said, they do still shed their leaves when they put on their new growth. It can be quite a big tree, so up to 90 feet tall. Quick growers, about a foot or two per year, so be mindful of that. There are some different cultivars where you can find dwarf and mid-sized trees as well. So if you have a smaller space and you want a smaller tree, please go ahead and look for that, because 80 to 90 feet is a pretty big tree, and with that said, it will get about 40 feet wide. It's such a pretty shaped tree. It has a nice pyramid shape, and it does flower. Like I said, the flowers, I remember the first time I saw them flowering, which is springtime is the time they flower. First time I saw them, I had to go up and touch the flowers because the flowers are so perfect, they look artificial. So a very creamy white with a nice lemony fragrance. They will get seed pods, and those seed pods will also make a mess, but they are such a easy to grow and hardy tree down here. They grow well. I've seen them in zone 7 to 10. So when we drive down the coast to Florida, I'll see them in Virginia all the way down to Florida. And there are quite a few of them in this area here that are doing well because they're hardy and they are also salt tolerant. So it's a pretty beautiful tree. It's used a lot in municipal areas, commercial applications, and of course, around a lot of homes in the neighborhoods here. So there's a pretty one along the Pinellas Bike Trail, which we do a little bit of biking, and I'm going to show you a quick video of that one because you get to see a great example of the tree and its pyramid shape. And you can also see how it is shedding its leaves a little bit right now. It is winter, so we're not going to see flowers right now, but I may have a picture of some flowers that I can throw up because I really want you to see how pretty those are as well. So as far as advice on where to plant the tree, one thing to be really mindful of is if you are planting a larger cultivar, you don't want to plant it too close to your house. So make sure you plan for the mature height and width. And I know you hear me say that a lot, but I've seen a lot of people make their mistake in that when they buy their small little tree or shrub, it looks so small, they think it's okay to plant it close to the house, but you always need to check out your tags. Mature height and width is what you're planning for. So they do take a while to flower. So usually about 10 years, and I know that sounds crazy, but there's lots of other trees and shrubs that are similar. But the tip for that is when you're planting one, when you're purchasing your tree, go ahead and buy a bigger, more mature tree, and then it will flower sooner. So a larger container or a balled and burlapped, as we say in the field, would be fantastic for that. So another hot tip when you're planting the Southern Magnolia tree is plant it in a designated garden space. And that is because the root growth is a little bit different. The roots don't grow vertically, they grow horizontally, and sometimes they can be pretty close to the surface. So a garden area is the best space to plant it, and that way you won't be competing with the grass or maybe look a little unsightly. So give it its own garden space, and also it will be easier to clean up the messy leaves and seed pods, which some people think is really a nuisance, but it's part of the package. So the last tip I have for your Southern Magnolia tree, and this is more of a care tip, is the pruning. So they need minimal pruning, but you will notice that it will start branching out pretty low to the ground. And so it is okay to go ahead and prune those branches, but just be sure that that's the look that you're looking for, because it will not get any new growth in that area once you prune those lower branches off. So a lot of times people will like them lifted just for ease of maintenance, but it's also just a preferred look as well. It's a matter of preference, whichever you like best. So I'm gonna go ahead and forage for some more leaves, and I may also collect some fallen ones because the brown leaves have been used in crafts also, and they're really pretty. So I will keep you posted, and stay tuned for what we're gonna do with these beauties. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate all of you at home, and I love talking about gardening. If you like this video, please go ahead and tap like and subscribe to our channel because we have so many more gardening topics coming your way.